Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you out that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. We're gonna talk about the Thunder. A couple players got ejected for the Wizards, and a couple people got ejected for the Thunder, but they still had a game to play, and they still had to see who was gonna win it. I gotta give a lot of credit to the Wizards because they kept it close as they could before it got away from them. Thunder did win the game 132 to 111. Wizards go to 16 and 54 and 11 and 26 at home. The Thunder go to 56 and 15 and 27 and 8 on the road. OKC did win the season series 2-0, as we probably thought that they should. You never really know sometimes though. But now they have got it done for them. They don't see each other until next season because the Wizards won't make the playoffs or the play-ins, and the Thunder will. 32 to 32 in the first quarter by the end of it. Thunder then won the second quarter 37 to 32. In the third quarter 34 to 32. And then they really locked down and really executed real well in that fourth quarter. The Thunder won that one 29 to 15. And that's the wrong quarter to mess up in. That's the wrong quarter to go cold. But the Wizards did that, and that ended up helping them lose. I like what Hardenstein and the Thunder did today. They did a good job of passing, did a good job of cutting, did a good job of driving, and they did a good job of just trying to find an open man to make the right play. Hardenstein played 25 minutes. He had 9 points. He went 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. He got 20 rebounds and 10 assists. He was one free throw or one basket away for a triple double. But since he missed those shots, he ended up hurting his stats a little bit. It would have been cool for him to get one, honestly. 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 7 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a plus 11 in plus minus. Just a really good game from him. Good passing from high low, cutting. Guys was cutting. He was dropping it off to him, finding them early, pushing it early, setting good screens, and diving all the way to the rim and just trying to finish or find a teammate if he couldn't get a shot that he liked. Just good IQ and court awareness from Hardenstein in this game. Chet Holmgren benefited a couple times from Isaiah Hardenstein passing, but he did finish for 18 points. He went 6 of 9 from the field, scored most of his shots at the rim, but he did miss his 3, and then the rest was at the free throw line where he went 6 of 6. That's really good because he also had a double-double because he had 10 boards. He also had 1 turnover, 2 blocks. The 2 blocks ended up being the most on the team. He also had 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a plus 24 and plus minus. Shai Gilgeous was one of the biggest reasons they won. His scoring it inside the paint and his mid-range scoring was too much for the Wizards to be able to handle. 32 minutes, 40 points. He went 7 of 27 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 7 assists. He found his teammates for threes, dunks, and everything. So really good game from him, understanding where his teammates are at and understanding when to get rid of the ball or just knowing when to get his own, whatever he could. He did have 3 turnovers and the steal, 1 offensive board, 3 personal fouls, and he was a plus 11 and plus minus. Cason Wallace, 15 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field. He missed his only 3. That was his only miss. He did go 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds and 3 assists and no turnovers. He had 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a plus 1 and plus minus. AJ Mitchell was doing his thing. He had 15 points. He had played 15 minutes, had 14 points. He went 6 of 10 from the field. The drives was working for him. He did make his 2 threes. It was good look, so he might as well have took it. It made no sense not to, especially because he's a capable 3-point maker. He had 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal. No personal fouls, and was a minus 5 and plus minus. Jalen Williams, the big guy, only played 9 minutes for the reasons we know. He did miss his 3. That was his only shot. He had 3 rebounds and no turnovers and no personal fouls, and was a plus 8 and plus minus. He's one of those guys that's not going to take nothing from nobody. So he has to be an enforcer. He has to stand up for himself and his teammates. And he made a decision that gave him some discipline, and you just learn from it. You move on from it. Brooks, 5 minutes. He didn't score a basket or take any shots because of that reason is why he didn't score any. He had 3 rebounds, no turnovers, 1 offensive board, no personal foul was a +1 and plus minus. Alex Caruso came in. He made his 2 shots because of his 2 blocks and the steal and his ability to know how to get out and get the easy ones. The shots that he missed was his threes. He went 0-2 from 3. He did have 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 turnover, and he did have 3 personal fouls, and he was a +19 and plus minus. Kenrich Williams played 14 minutes. He had 11 points. He went 4 or 5 from the field. He did a good job of attacking the basket. He also made a wide open 3 that got delivered to him by Shea. And then he went and missed his other one, then went 2 or 4 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, no turnovers. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul was a +7 and plus minus. You have to be happy that he was able to score in double figures. Somebody had to do it off the bench, and he was able to step up and do it. Isaiah Joe, he scored, but he didn't do it efficiently. He went 2 of 8 from 3. We know how important threes are, but he missed a lot of them too. That's a lot of opportunities that you give the Wizards to have a chance to come back and score. He did go 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He also had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a turnover. No personal was a +12 and plus minus. Aaron Wiggins played 21 minutes, but he only gave you 5. He went 2 of 5 from the field. He did make his 3. Not a bad night, but it was okay because he did have 4 turnovers. He got a steal. He had 2 rebounds, and he had 1 personal foul and was a +1 and plus minus. And then Jared McCain, he took a lot of shots in this one, but he made a lot of threes. He went 4 of 10 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 6 of 15 from the field. He can basically get it any type of way that he wants to, especially against a team like the Wizards, and he ended up scoring the most points off the bench, and he also played the most minutes off the bench with those 28. Well, I would say second most because Isaiah Joe played the most with 31. He did have 3 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a block. 2 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, and was a +15 and plus minus. And then you look at the Wizards. They had it going. They had a lot of things figured out, but then they just got locked up. And then on top of that, they couldn't stop what anything the Thunder was really trying to do. The Thunder had a lot of guys moving and a lot of guys doing their own thing, and the Wizards just couldn't stop it enough to keep it competitive enough to be able to win it or even get a run to where they can get back in the game or stay in the game. Justin Champagnie, unfortunately, he had to go because he ended up defending himself, is what he's going to say. But getting ejected didn't help the team in this case. He did have 3 points. He did go 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. That was his only make. He had 1 assist, 1 rebound, no turnovers, and a steal. He also had 1 offensive rebound, which was his only rebound, and 1 personal foul was a -2 and plus minus. Alexandre Sarr played 22 minutes. He had 14 points. He went 5 of 12 from the field and 2 of 5 from 3 and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. I like the fact that he was trying to score with the jump shot, but I also look at it like, we want you to do that. I mean, you're long, you're fast, you're quick, and if you're going to take the jump shots, we'll defend it as good as we can. We'll contest it, but we want you to do that. And the Thunder live with that decision. And sometimes he realized, sometimes I might just move the ball. So he ended up getting 8 assists just for having that mentality tonight, which wasn't the wrong one to have a lot of the times, especially because the talent of the Wizards is getting better, and they should be even better next year. 5 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 offensive board for him. 3 personal fouls was a +4 and plus minus. Carlton Bub Carrington, 33 minutes, 19 points. He went 7 of 12 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and was a -7 and plus minus. He can really score when his jump shot is working. And tonight they gave him the room. They gave him a little bit of confidence after a while. He started knocking them down. He started feeling himself. And he had a good night because of that. And then Bilal Coulibaly, he's been playing better. 34 minutes for him. He had 21 points. The 34 minutes was the most on the team. He also went 8 of 15 from the field. That was the most shots. And he went 3 of 5 from 3. He can drive. He's starting to get more confident in that jump shot. It was working tonight, and, it opened up a lot of things for him. He also had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, a steal, and 2 blocks. He's becoming a two-way player that you can trust a little bit on the perimeter, and I think that should only improve next season. He did have 3 personal fouls and was a +4 and plus minus. And Will Riley, he ended up playing 28 minutes, had 9 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field. He did a good job of getting to the basket, but he did go 0 of 2 from 3 and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 4 assists, 4 turnovers, and then he had 1 personal foul and was a -21 and plus minus. Anthony Gill, 26 minutes. He had 13 points. He went 6 of 9 from the field, 0 of 1 from three. He did make his only free throw. He had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 2 steals. He had 3 offensive rebounds and a personal foul, and was a minus 13 and plus minus. You're taking it. I mean, this is a good game where he did a lot of things on both ends of the court, and he held it down for them offensively. He came in and made a difference, and that's what bench players are supposed to do, especially when they're getting a lot of minutes. Tristan, he's tried to do the same thing. His jump shot just wasn't there. He went 1 of 8 from three. Open, good looks. He just couldn't make any of them tonight. Then he tried to score from two. He couldn't make those either. He went 2 of 11 from the field. He also went 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 1 of 8 from three, 7 boards. That was the most off the bench, though. He did have 2 turnovers, and he also had 3 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and was a minus 24 and plus minus. He also had the most rebounds on the team. 7 actually was the most on the team, not just off the bench. Sharif Cooper had a wide open 3. He made one, but it didn't matter because he went 1 of 3 from 3 and 1 of 6 from the field. So he had a lot of chances to run the offense. He had a lot of chances to score. He just didn't make them anyway. In this one, he did have 2 rebounds and 2 assists, 1 turnover and a steal. He also had 5 personal fouls and was a minus 19 and plus minus. Jameer played 26 minutes, had 13 points. He ended up going 4 of 9 from the field and 2 of 5 from three and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Good scoring, good mentality of how you approach the game and how you was trying to attack what the Thunder was trying to give him and how they was trying to play him. He ended up having a good little game tonight, so you have to be proud of him for that. He's been playing some solid basketball the last couple weeks for them, and I can see why they gave him a lot of minutes tonight. He did have 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Also had no turnovers. The worst part of his night was the 4 personal fouls in 26 minutes. That is a little bit too many. And he did have a minus 5 and plus minus. And then Jaden Hardy, my job is to come in and score and hold down my position as best as I can. He got double figures, 10 points. He went 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 2 from three. They said, go out there, play a game, do your thing, and it's working for him. He did have 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 turnover. His rebound was offensive. He also had 2 personal fouls and was a minus 22 and plus minus. The Wizards, 45% from the field for them. The Thunder shot 54. You can't have that happen if you're trying to beat them. But this shows you how hard it is to guard the Thunder and how hard it is to beat them. Not too many teams have done it. 15 is as many losses as they got this year. And that's tough in an 82-game season to actually accomplish that again. This isn't the first season that they have done it. This is just another season. 41 3 percentage. They 3-point percentage for the Wizards was 41%. They took 39 threes. And like I said, the Thunder shot 30 threes, but they shot 37% from three. 18 free throws for the Wizards, 72% for them. 70% for the Thunder is what they shot from the free throw line. They shot 30 free throws. That helped them gain the lead. That helped them stay ahead because the Wizards just wasn't generating that many free throw attempts, and then they wasn't making shots as well as the Thunder were when they wasn't hitting free throws. And then on top of that, the Thunder had 55 rebounds compared to the 34 of the Wizards. That's a big difference. They got rebounded by over 20. So you can't have that happen if you're trying to win a game, especially when it's close. That helps the lead expand and helps you get further behind, which ended up happening to the Wizards eventually in this one. The game got away from them. 28 assists for the Wizards, 31 for the Thunder. 15 turnovers for the Wizards, 13 for the Thunder. 8 steals for the Wizards, 6 for the Thunder. 3 blocks for the Wizards, 6 for the Thunder. 9 offensive rebounds for the Wizards, 17 for the Thunder. 25 defensive rebounds for the Wizards, 38 for the Thunder. 26 personal fouls for the Wizards, 16 for the Thunder. And the Thunder had a tough game, and the Wizards was really giving it to them and making things hard, and they kept executing and playing real good. But the Thunder eventually figured them out. They finally was able to take some things away from them. They tried to make them work for everything that they could get. They ended up getting better shots. They ended up getting a lot of attempts at the free throw line, and they ended up just executing better on both ends of the court. We know that the Thunder is able to do that. We know that they're really good at getting cuts. They're good at getting to the rim. They're good at finishing. They know they have a guy that nobody can guard or stop in Shea. And if you try to stop him, his teammates can hit threes and get to the basket or even dump it off to Hartenstein or Chet. And Chet can also hit a three. And he can also score off the dribble a little bit and get to the free throw line. So they had more weapons. They had more pieces. They had more threats out there. And they used them as well as they could to be able to beat the Wizards. That's what you should be doing, and that's what you're supposed to do. The Wizards knew it wasn't going to be easy. They knew it would be a tough game, but they tried. They gave it their best. They just got bested by the better team tonight. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.